No black man can buy this house legally. You are a drug dealer or a thief. On your knees, boy, before I put you there myself. Officer Derek Voss stands at the gate, sneering at Kendrick Ellis, a black millionaire, relaxing at his own pool in Riverside Heights, Arizona. One ordinary afternoon, Kendrick is swimming in his $1 million home when two white cops show up to harass him. They demand identification, shove him against his gate, and snap handcuffs on him. It is brutal and humiliating. His white neighbor watches through her window as police destroy a successful black man on his own property, and she does nothing. Voss has just made the worst mistake of his career. Kendrick has been ready for some time. 12 hidden cameras are recording every racist word and every illegal move, and one phone call to one name is about to detonate these cops' entire lives. What happens next will end careers, expose secrets, and prove justice is not dead. If you have ever been told you do not belong, this story will satisfy you. Kendrick Ellis bought the house in Riverside Heights some time ago. It was a 5-bedroom home in a gated community. The pool sold him. It was kidney-shaped, salt water, with desert views. He loved the house, yet he never felt at home. He is 40 years old. He built a software company from his apartment and sold it before turning 35. Early retirement, freedom. He wears a watch worth more than most cars, drives a Tesla, and waves at neighbors who do not wave back. Riverside Heights is overwhelmingly white. Kendrick knew that when he signed the papers. His realtor warned him it was a very established neighborhood. Kendrick understood, yet he bought it anyway. Week after week, Eleanor Hayes's curtain started twitching. Every morning when Kendrick jogged past, that curtain moved. Never a wave, just watching. Patrol cars appeared, slowly rolling past his driveway several times daily. No stops, just surveillance. Then HOA complaints began. Excessive vehicles during dinner, a few friends over, loud music while watching a movie, suspicious activity, pressure washing his driveway. Every complaint was investigated. Everyone was dismissed. The reports kept coming. Kendrick is not stupid. He built his company from nothing, coding in a studio apartment for long, grueling weeks over years and selling it with more money than his parents made combined. He knows exactly what is happening. When you are black and successful, people assume athlete, rapper, or criminal. Tech entrepreneur does not fit their script. So they stare, they question, they call the cops. Kendrick tried being perfect. He waved at everyone. He introduced himself at meetings. He brought cookies to Eleanor. She took them, never thanked him. He kept his lawn immaculate, his music low, his visits short. He made himself smaller, less threatening, less black. It did not work. The questions kept coming. At the community pool, are you visiting someone? At the gate, can I see your badge? At the mailboxes, which house again? Always polite. Always that edge underneath. We are watching. Some time ago, Kendrick installed 12 cameras. Front gate with facial recognition, driveway with plate capture, pool from 3 angles, side yard, street views, doorbell, garage, backyard. They were 4K resolution with cloud backup and motion alerts to his phone. The installer asked if he was expecting trouble. Kendrick smiled. He was being careful. The same day, he called Brooke Ellison. They had met at a tech conference years earlier. She is a civil rights attorney and police misconduct specialist with more than 40 cases won. Kendrick explained the staring, the patrol cars, the complaints. Brooke was not surprised. She asked if he wanted to retain her, just in case. She sent a retainer agreement. Kendrick signed it and paid the advance. She gave him her cell number. If anything happens, call immediately. Do not answer questions. Just say my name. Kendrick memorized it. Brooke Ellison. 2 words that might save his life. Time passed. The cameras recorded everything. Kendrick swimming, grilling, reading, living his peaceful, expensive, boring life. Nothing happened. No incidents. Kendrick relaxed. He thought maybe he had overreacted. Maybe the cameras were overkill. One ordinary afternoon, the gate buzzer sounds. Everything changes. Kendrick checks his phone. The security app shows 2 uniforms at his gate. His pulse kicks up with recognition. He pulls himself out of the pool, grabs his towel, and walks to the intercom. On screen are 2 officers, one older with thick arms and mirrored sunglasses, the other younger, standing behind. Kendrick presses talk. Yes? Riverside Police need to speak with you. What is this about? Noise complaint. Open the gate. Kendrick glances at his pool. The only sound is water lapping against tile. No music. The nearest neighbor is Eleanor Hayes, 200 feet away. The other house is vacant. I have not been playing music. Need to verify residence. Open the gate, sir. That word, sir, sounds like a threat. Kendrick presses release. The gate slides open. He meets them in the driveway. Water dripping from his trunks, towel around his shoulders, heat crushing down. The officers approach. Nameplates read, Voss and Ruiz. Voss is older, buzz cut, linebacker arms. Ruiz is younger, uncomfortable. Voss stops 10 feet away. He looks Kendrick up and down and takes his time. You live here? Yes. Prove it. Kendrick blinks. Prove I live in my house? Need ID? My ID is inside. Voss's hand drops to his belt. Why do you need to go inside? You asked for ID. It is in my kitchen. Keep your hands visible. Voss steps closer. Do not reach for anything. Kendrick lifts both hands. The towel slips. I am not reaching. You asked for identification. Ruiz shifts. Kendrick notices. Both body cameras are dark. No recording lights. Deliberately off. Kendrick keeps breathing steady. Am I being detained? Voss moves closer. Coffee and cigarettes on his breath. Turn around. Hands behind your back. For what? You are resisting. I asked a legal question. Turn around now. Ruiz speaks quietly. Voss, maybe. I got this. Voss pulls handcuffs. Kendrick does not resist. He turns slowly, hands behind his back. Cuffs snap shut. Tight. Too tight. Metal bites. Eleanor Hayes' curtain moves. Kendrick sees it. She is watching. hearing everything. The curtain stays open for several seconds, then closes. Kendrick stands handcuffed in his driveway, water drying, neighbor watching, two officers with cameras off. Voss's hand tightens. Who is the homeowner? I am. Sure you are. Guys like you do not own places like this. Ruiz looks away. Kendrick breathes slowly. He has been practicing this for some time. 12 cameras are recording. Every word, every racist assumption. Kendrick speaks clearly and calmly. I want to call my attorney, Brooke Ellison. Voss's smirk falters for just a second. You know that name, Kendrick says quietly. Voss's jaw tightens. He keys his radio. Dispatch, need a supervisor. The radio crackles, sending Lieutenant Harlan. Ruiz shifts nervously. Maybe we should wait for Harlan. Kendrick stands there handcuffed, patient, cameras recording. And somewhere downtown, Brooke Ellison's phone is about to ring. Kendrick stands handcuffed in the heat. Water has dried. Salt residue itches. Shoulders ache. He does not complain. He just breathes slowly while Voss makes calls and Ruiz pretends to check the patrol car. The street is silent except for a distant leaf blower and cicadas. No cars, no neighbors. Just Kendrick, 2 cops, and 12 cameras. Eleanor's curtain has not moved again. But Kendrick knows she is there. She can see him handcuffed and humiliated, probably wondering what he did wrong. Kendrick's phone buzzes 3 times with Brooke's pattern. She is coming. A black BMW turns onto the street and parks behind the patrol car. Brooke Ellison steps out, mid-30s, dark suit despite the heat, briefcase in hand, phone ready. She does not hurry. She walks with the calm, measured pace of someone who has done this many times. Voss watches her approach. Officers. Brooke pulls business cards and hands one to Voss, one to Ruiz. Brooke Ellison, civil rights attorney. I represent Mr. Ellis. Remove those handcuffs immediately. Voss glances at the card. His jaw tightens. Your client was resisting. He was answering questions. Remove the handcuffs or I file false arrest before you leave. Ruiz moves first. Key out. Voss shoots him a look but does not stop. Cuffs click open. Kendrick brings his hands forward, rubbing his wrists. Deep red marks. Brooke photographs them. 3 shots. Different angles. She does not ask permission. Voss's radio crackles. Lieutenant Harlan is minutes out. Brooke looks at Kendrick. You okay? Kendrick nods. Do not answer more questions. She turns to Voss. What was the complaint? Noise disturbance. From where? Voss gestures vaguely. Pool area. And the complainant? Anonymous. Brooke's eyes flash. Anonymous. Mr. Ellis has been swimming alone. No music, no guests. Either your tipster was mistaken, or this stop had nothing to do with noise. Voss says nothing. I will need the call log, time, caller information, recording. Brooke taps her phone. I will file it along with a formal complaint. I assume both body cameras captured everything. Ruiz's eyes widen. Voss's face hardens. Technical difficulties. Cameras malfunctioned. Both cameras at the same time. Unfortunate. Brooke types, I will need maintenance records and metadata showing when they were activated. A car pulls up, an unmarked sedan. A man in plain clothes steps out. Early 50s, gray hair, cheap suit. He moves with careful authority. Lieutenant Grant Harlan, Brooke says quietly. He handles complaints and makes them disappear. Harlan approaches, hands visible, palms open, a de-escalation gesture. Afternoon. I am Lieutenant Harlan. Let us figure out what happened. What happened? Brooke says. Your officers responded to a non-existent noise complaint, demanded ID from a homeowner in his driveway. When he exercised his right to ask if he was detained, they handcuffed him. Both body cameras conveniently malfunctioning. Continue. Harlan's smile does not reach his eyes. I understand there is confusion. Mr. Ellis, we apologize. Officers were following procedure. Things get miscommunicated. Miscommunicated, Kendrick says. First words in some time. Steady, cold. We would be happy to discuss further. Harlan continues. Work something out. File a report. Note the confusion. Everyone moves on. Everyone moves on, Brooke repeats. How many times have you used that phrase? Lieutenant Harlan's smile freezes. I am not sure. I am stating facts. 12 cameras recorded this encounter. Front gate, driveway, pool, street views, every angle, every word. Including Officer Voss's comment about guys like you not belonging. Voss goes pale. Ruiz steps back. Harlan clears his throat. If there were inappropriate comments, there were. All recorded along with timestamps, showing both body cameras, manually deactivated, minutes before contact. Brooke hands Harlan her card. All communication through me. Mr. Ellis answers no questions, signs nothing. I am filing a formal complaint with Internal Affairs, City Council, and the Civil Rights Division. Clear? Silence stretches. Harlan takes the card and looks at Kendrick. Realization shifts behind his eyes. This is not going quiet. Crystal clear. He turns to Voss and Ruiz. Let us go. Voss opens his mouth, closes it, and walks to the patrol car. Ruiz follows, shoulders hunched. Harlan gets in the sedan. 3 vehicles pull away. The street is quiet again. You recorded everything? Brooke asks. Every second, 12 angles, 4K cloud backup. Good. Now we work. She pulls out a tablet. Send me all footage from every camera tonight. I can do it now. Brooke looks at him. You have been ready for some time. Why? Kendrick gestures at his house, his pool, the driveway. Because I knew it was coming. I am tired of being scared in my own home. Brooke nods. Then let us make sure it never happens again. Kendrick walks inside. He looks back at the empty street. Sun lower. Shadows stretching. This is not over. It is beginning. Inside, air conditioning hits like ice. Brooke sets her briefcase on the kitchen island. Kendrick hands her water. Show me the cameras. Kendrick opens the iPad. Security app. 12 feeds in a grid. He scrolls to the moment the gate buzzer sounds. Footage plays. Kendrick swimming, peaceful and alone. No music, just water. Then the gate buzzer. Kendrick climbs out. Brooke watches intently. Keep going. The cameras capture everything. Voss and Ruiz at the gate. The conversation. Kendrick opening the gate. The demands, the handcuffs. Every word is clear. Brooke pauses, zooms on Voss's body camera. The lens is dark. "What time?" she notes. "Camera is off." Immediately. No lights, not an accident. Brooke resumes. She watches Voss's face when Kendrick says her name. Recognition. Falter. He has heard of me? Has he? Probably. Several cases against the department in recent years. 2 settlements. 1 trial we won. If Voss has been around, he knows my name means lawsuits. Kendrick drinks water. Wrists throb. What now? Now we build. But first, Brooke meets his eyes. This will not be easy. They will push back hard. The department does not like complaints with evidence. I am ready. Are you? Once we file, your life changes. They will investigate you, dig into your background, look for anything to discredit you. Traffic tickets, taxes, old disputes, leak information, plant stories, make you the problem. Let them try. I have nothing to hide. Brooke nods. There is something else. What? That retainer some time ago was not paranoid. It was smart. She pulls a folder from her briefcase. Cases like this take months, maybe longer. Most people cannot afford to fight. They take a settlement and an NDA. I am not most people. I know. That is why we will win. Brooke opens the folder. Documents, forms, timelines. But understand what we are against. Voss is not the problem. He is a symptom. The real problem is the system protecting him. The lieutenant who showed up to make this disappear. The department paying settlements quietly for years. Kendrick leans against the counter. How many years? I do not know yet, but I will find out. Brooke taps the folder. I am filing a formal complaint soon. Internal Affairs, City Council, Civil Rights Division, all of them. Requesting records. Every complaint against Voss. Every settlement. Every body camera malfunction. Everything. They will fight, of course. But Arizona has strong public records laws. They will turn over most eventually. Brooke closes the folder. Meanwhile, I need you to write everything that happened, every detail. What Voss said, how the handcuffs felt, what you thought, everything. Tonight, while it is fresh. Memory fades. Kendrick nods. The footage. Send it to my secure server. All 12 cameras. Full timeline. My investigator starts analyzing this weekend. You have an investigator? Brooke smiles slightly. Marcus Reed, former FBI. He does police misconduct cases, good at finding things departments hide. Metadata, digital forensics, paper trails, expensive, but you can afford him, whatever it costs. Good. This is not just about you. If Voss did this to you, he has done it to others. If the department is paying settlements to keep quiet, we are talking pattern, system, bigger than one bad cop. Kendrick looks at his hands. The red marks are fading. How long? Months, maybe longer. Sure you want this? He thinks about standing handcuffed and humiliated, neighbor watching and doing nothing. Voss's voice. Guys like you do not belong. I am sure, Kendrick says. Brooke extends her hand. They shake. Then let us start. The doorbell rings. Kendrick opens it to find a man in his mid-40s, salt and pepper hair, wireframe glasses carrying laptop bags and equipment. Marcus Reed, Brooke sent me. Kendrick lets him in. Marcus sets up in the dining room, spreading cables and hard drives. I need full admin access to your security system, cloud credentials, everything. Kendrick hands him the iPad. Marcus plugs in. Fingers fly. 12 cameras, 4K, high frame rate, cloud redundancy, broadcast quality. Most people have doorbell cameras that barely catch plates. You have perfection. Wanted to be prepared? You were. Marcus pulls the footage. He watches it once at normal speed, again at half speed, frame by frame. He does not speak for some time. He just watches, takes notes, zooms on details. Finally, he sits back. Here is what we have. Split screen, 4 angles, same moment. Voss and Ruiz approaching, both visible. Watch their body cameras. Marcus zooms. Body cameras are small, but detail is clear. Both lenses dark. No lights. They turn them off before arriving. Kendrick says not exactly. Marcus pulls another window. Code metadata. Timestamps. I pulled equipment specs for the department body cameras. These do not just malfunction. Design is tamper-proof. Auto activation on drawing weapon. Backup battery. Cloud upload. The only way both go dark simultaneously is manual override. Can you prove that? Give me some time. Marcus notes more, filing a preservation order soon. The department must preserve all digital records, body camera logs, GPS from the patrol car, radio transmissions. If they delete anything after we file, that is destruction of evidence. Kendrick sits. What are we really looking at? Marcus turns the laptop. Spreadsheet on screen. Names, dates, case numbers. Brooke asked me to research while she drove yesterday. Pulled public records, news archives, court filings. Want to know what I found? Tell me. Officer Derek Voss has been with the department for some time. 12 formal complaints filed against him. 1 per year on average. Clockwork. Cold settles in Kendrick's stomach. What kind? Excessive force, unlawful detention, discriminatory profiling. Interesting part, every single complaint involves a person of color. Black, Latino, Native American. Not one white complainant. And what happened? Marcus scrolls. 9 marked unfounded after internal investigation. 3 resolved without discipline. But I cross-referenced civil court. 2 complainants filed lawsuits. Both settled out of court. Amounts sealed. Court dockets show the city represented by an insurance carrier. Money changed hands. How much? Cannot tell. Settlements, confidential but typical civil rights cases. Settle for amounts that add up. Marcus pulls another document, found something else. Lieutenant Grant Harlan, the guy who showed up to smooth things, hard to forget. He has been with the department for some time. Last role in internal affairs. Know what his job is? Handling complaints, investigating officers, recommending discipline. Never recommended termination. Not once. Suspension? Sure. Retraining? Absolutely. Fired? Never. Kendrick processes. He protects bad cops. He manages liability. Different. Bad cops cost money. Lawsuits, settlements, insurance premiums. Harlan's job is making problems disappear before they become expensive. Pay settlement. Make complainant sign NDA. File as resolved. Move on. That is not justice. No, it is math. Marcus closes the laptop. But good news. You are not taking a settlement. You are not signing an NDA. We get to pull back the curtain on how this works. Kendrick's phone buzzes. Text from Brooke. Office soon. Bring everything. He shows Marcus. What is this? Filing day. Brooke submits the formal complaint. Starts the clock. Department has time to respond. Meanwhile, I keep digging. Looking for what? Patterns. One bad incident is a mistake. Multiple incidents over years is a pattern. If we show Harlan has been covering up, that is conspiracy. Marcus hefts his equipment. I will call with a preliminary report. Do not talk to anyone from the department. Do not post on social media. Do not tell neighbors. Less noise we make, more evidence we gather before they circle the wagons. Marcus leaves. Kendrick sits alone. Wrists still ache. He looks at the red marks fading to purple. 12 complaints. All people of color. All buried. He opens the security app, scrolls through footage of his life recorded, backed up, saved, just in case. Turns out, just in case was exactly right. Brooke's office, downtown Phoenix. Kendrick arrives early. Conference room. Table covered with documents, printouts, laptops. Coffee, Brooke offers. Please. She pours. Here is where we are. Marcus has been busy. Filed a preservation order. Judge signed it. As of then, the department is legally required to preserve all records. If they delete anything, it is a crime. Good. But here is what we found before the order went through. Marcus clicks files. Body camera metadata from the department's cloud backup. They do not realize how much these systems log. Every activation, deactivation, every override. Screen shows log file, timestamps, device IDs, status codes, device for Voss's camera. Marcus highlights a line. Manual override initiated. Status change from active to standby. Then later, back to active. Minutes after leaving your property. Kendrick stares. He turned it off before arriving. Exactly. Minutes before contact. Not malfunction. Premeditation. Brooke notes. Ruiz. Same pattern. Manual override, then reactivated. Both turned off together, not a glitch. Decision. Can they claim accidental? Kendrick asks. No. The model requires a specific sequence. Press and hold 2 buttons simultaneously for seconds. Cannot do it accidentally. Department policy says, manual override only for bathroom breaks or sensitive informant conversations, not routine calls. Brooke smiles unpleasantly. Violation number 1. Deliberate deactivation. What else? Marcus clicks another file. Voss's complaint history. Official from Internal Affairs. 12 complaints. But here's the interesting part. I pulled email records. How? Public records request. Arizona law requires government agencies to preserve emails on personnel matters. Most redacted, but not all. Marcus pulls an email chain. Subject: Voss situation. Lieutenant Harlan to Chief of Staff. Another complaint regarding Voss. Same pattern. Traffic stop escalated. Complainant threatening legal action. Recommend standard resolution. Settlement offer. NDA required. Third incident this year. Recommend counseling and retraining. Standard resolution, Kendrick says quietly. They have a script. System. Marcus clicks another email. Chief of Staff response. Approved. Route through legal. Keep quiet. Voss's union rep asking questions. Cannot afford another investigation. Brooke leans forward. Not investigating misconduct. Managing PR. Exactly. Marcus pulls a spreadsheet. Tracking settlement payments through city budget. Line item. Legal settlements and contingencies. Every year the city budgets these payments. Like expected. Like business. Spreadsheet shows amounts over years. Asterisks mark payments. Total hundreds of thousands. Kendrick says, just what I can track through public records. Could be more sealed. Marcus closes the spreadsheet. Guess whose signature is on every settlement authorization? Kendrick knows. Lieutenant Grant Harlan. He has been signing all of them, not just signing. Managing them. Marcus pulls email records. Remember those emails about standard resolution and keep this quiet? I went back through dates. Every email about a Voss complaint corresponds to a payment from this account within weeks. He creates a timeline. Complaint filed. Payment. Harlan's signature. They are not investigating complaints, Kendrick says. They are processing them. Exactly. Like an assembly line. Complaint comes in. Harlan evaluates. Makes settlement offer. Victim signs NDA. Payment goes out. Case closed. Over and over. Marcus sits back. Worst part, this is not from an insurance carrier. This is taxpayer money direct from city funds. Harlan is not just covering misconduct. He is using public money to do it. Brooke is typing rapidly. That is fraud. Misuse of public funds. And if he has been doing this systematically, it is conspiracy. Can we prove intent? Kendrick asks. Marcus pulls one more email, dated some time ago. Harlan to police chief. Another Voss situation. Fourth in some time. Running through the settlement fund faster than budgeted. Recommend increasing allocation. These situations are not going away. Need sustainable funding model. Sustainable funding model. Brooke reads aloud. He is not trying to stop complaints. He is budgeting for them to continue. The room is quiet. Kendrick thinks about Tanya Reeves. The amount she received. Thought she was the only one. Thought taking the money would make it stop. Did not know there was a fund. Did not know Harlan had done this many other times. Did not know her silence was just another line item in a budget designed to protect bad cops. This changes everything, Kendrick says. Yes, Brooke agrees. This is not about firing Voss anymore. This is about dismantling the system that protected him. Harlan, the department city officials who approved these budgets year after year without asking questions. Marcus closes the laptops. I will keep digging. See if other officers have similar patterns. See if Harlan has been running the same playbook for other complaints. How long? Brooke asks. Give me some time. Brooke nods. We go public soon. Press conference. All 9 victims, if willing. Full evidence packet. And we call for a grand jury investigation. Not internal affairs, not the city. Real criminal investigation. Kendrick looks at the spreadsheet still on screen. Hundreds of thousands over years. Many victims they know about. Probably more. They built a machine, he says, for burying complaints and paying off victims. Yes, Brooke says, and we are about to break it. The grand jury room is smaller than Kendrick expected. He arrives with Brooke. Outside, news vans line the street. Reporters shout questions. Kendrick does not answer. He just walks through the doors, takes the elevator. The room is plain. Fluorescent lights, beige walls. 23 citizens sit in rows. Notebooks open. Prosecutor at the front. Court reporter in the corner. No defense attorneys. That is the rule. Kendrick takes a seat at the witness table. Brooke sits in back. Observers only. Prosecutor nods. Mr. Ellis, please state your name. Kendrick Ellis, thank you. I understand you have a presentation for the grand jury regarding the incident. Yes, proceed. Kendrick stands. No notes. He has practiced many times. He starts at the beginning. One ordinary afternoon I was swimming in my pool, alone. No music, no guests. Just me enjoying the afternoon in the home I bought some time ago. His voice is steady and clear. 2 officers arrived. They said noise complaint. There was no noise. Kendrick pulls out his phone and connects to the courtroom display. 12 camera angles appear. These are my security cameras. 12 views, 4K resolution, cloud backup. They recorded everything. He plays the footage. Grand jurors watch in silence. Voss's voice through the speakers. Prove you live here. Then, guys like you do not belong here. Kendrick pauses the video. Officer Voss assumed I was a criminal. Why? Because I am black. Because in his mind, black men do not buy million-dollar homes with clean money. He resumes. Handcuffs. Humiliation. Eleanor's curtain moving. I was detained for some time. Handcuffed in my own driveway. Both officers had turned off their body cameras minutes before arriving. Manually. Deliberately. Kendrick switches to Marcus's analysis. Metadata, manual override logs, device numbers, timestamps, proof of premeditation. This was not a mistake. It was a pattern. He shows the spreadsheet, multiple complaints, all people of color, all buried by Harlan. Officer Voss has done this before, many times we know of, and every time Lieutenant Harlan paid victims to stay quiet using taxpayer money, hundreds of thousands. Grand jurors lean forward. Kendrick shows the emails, Harlan's words, standard resolution, keep this quiet, sustainable funding model. They created a system not to stop police misconduct, but to budget for it, to manage it, to make it sustainable. Kendrick's voice does not rise. It does not need to. Voss is one cop, but Harlan protected him. The department enabled him. The city paid for it with your money, with public funds. He plays Eleanor Hayes' testimony, Tanya Reeves's, Jamal Carter's. 8 victims, 8 stories, 8 times the system failed. I am not here because I am angry. I am here because this is institutional, calculated, and it needs to stop. 47 minutes later, Kendrick sits. The room is silent. The prosecutor stands. Questions from the grand jury. A woman in the second row raises her hand. These other victims, will they testify? Yes, Kendrick says. They are willing. Camera footage is available in full every second. All 12 angles already submitted. Another juror. Has the department responded? They offered a settlement and an NDA. I declined. The room murmurs. The prosecutor calls the next witness, Eleanor Hayes. Nervous but voice clear. I watched from my window, saw everything. Mr. Ellis was polite. Officers were not. I am ashamed I did not speak sooner. Then Tanya Reeves, Marcus Reed with technical analysis, city controller subpoenaed, confirming the settlement fund, Harlan's signatures, payments, testimony done. The grand jury deliberates. Sometime later they return. Indictments issued. Officer Derek Voss. Official misconduct. Multiple counts. False reporting. Deprivation of rights. Lieutenant Grant Harlan. Obstruction of justice. Misuse of public funds. Official misconduct. Multiple counts. Conspiracy. Warrants issued immediately. Voss is arrested. Pulled from his patrol car. Handcuffed. Harlan arrested next at home. Perp walk in pajamas. News cameras capture everything. The police chief issues a statement. We respect the grand jury process. Both officers suspended without pay pending trial. We take these allegations seriously. Kendrick watches the news that night. Voss in handcuffs. Harlan's mugshot. Headlines. Grand jury indicts 2 officers. Systematic cover-up exposed. Settlement fund revealed. The phone rings. Brooke. We won. No, Kendrick says. We started winning. Trial's next. True. But today was justice. Kendrick hangs up. He walks to the back door, looks out at the pool. Water still perfect. His. He smiles. Sometime later, the city terminates both officers. Officially fired. Severance denied. Pensions under review. Harlan's criminal trial is set. Multiple felony counts. If convicted, he faces years. His attorney files motions to dismiss. The judge denies everyone. Voss takes a plea deal, pleads guilty to multiple counts of official misconduct, avoids trial, gets prison time and probation, never works in law enforcement again. The police chief announces reforms. The city council passes a resolution. Body cameras now mandatory on. No manual override except for specific reasons. An independent civilian oversight board is created. 9 citizens. Real power to investigate. Public reporting of all complaints and settlements. Annual audits. It is not perfect, but it is different. Kendrick returns to the pool one afternoon. Same time as that day. He floats on his back, eyes closed, sun warming his face. Eleanor Hayes waves from her window. This time the window stays open. The cameras are still recording. Kendrick has not turned them off. He probably never will. But now when he checks the footage, it is just him swimming, living, existing in peace. No handcuffs, no humiliation, no officers telling him he does not belong. They saw a black man who did not belong. He showed them 12 cameras and the truth. And the truth did not just get them fired, it got them indicted, reformed a department, and gave 8 other victims their voices back. One phone call, one name, Brooke Ellison. That is all it took. If this story moved you, if you have ever been told you do not belong somewhere you earned your place, hit subscribe. Share this. Let people know that accountability is not dead. It just needs evidence. Justice is not loud, but it is patient. And sometimes one person with cameras and courage is enough to change a system. What would you do if it happened to you? Tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next